You're doing your best to stay calm, but your kid is in full meltdown mode, screaming, crying, or maybe just completely shutting down. And then out of nowhere, your frustration spikes. Your heart races, your brain short circuits, and suddenly you're reacting instead of responding. Sound familiar? ADHD moms, we've all been there. So today we're talking about why our child's meltdowns can trigger ours and how to co regulate instead of spiraling. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Nostalgic Neurodivergent, where we talk ADHD, parenting, and life, served with a side of nerdy zennial energy. I'm Corey, and today we're diving into a challenge that so many ADHD moms face: co regulation. If you've ever lost your cool when your child was already struggling, if their big emotions amplify yours instead of calming you down, or if you feel like no matter how hard you try, you can't stay regulated when your kid is dysregulated, this episode is for you. In this episode, we'll cover why ADHD moms struggle with emotional regulation, the brain science behind co regulation and why we get triggered, how to recognize the signs before you escalate, and we'll talk about some simple ADHD friendly co regulation strategies to stay calm. Why do ADHD moms struggle with emotional regulation? And let's be real. We know this. ADHD isn't just about focus. It's about emotions that feel too big, too fast, and too overwhelming. So then when our child's emotions get intense, it's like throwing gasoline on an already burning fire. But why? First, let's address our good old friend, rejection sensitive dysphoria, and then combine that with emotional flooding. Our nervous systems react fast to any perceived stress. Then we talk about impulse control challenges. Once we are triggered, it is hard to pause before reacting. Then we layer in sensory overload. Meltdowns, as we know, can be loud. The screaming, the crying, or the repetitive sounds can send us straight into fight or flight. And finally, there's the executive dysfunction. We struggle with self regulation in the moment, so we may react before thinking. Do you remember when your dial up internet froze while you were loading a website and you kept clicking refresh in frustration? That is your ADHD brain in a meltdown moment. So here's the wild part: our kids' nervous systems sync with ours. If we escalate, they escalate. But if we calm down first, we can help them do the same. And this is the brain science behind co regulation. Mirror neurons and emotional contagion. Kids absorb our energy, whether it's calm or chaos. Dysregulated parents equals dysregulated kids. So if we struggle to self soothe, not only do our kids see it, but they also feel it. And when you've been told to calm down and it just didn't work for you, telling your child to just calm down when when we are visibly upset, total mismatch. And finally, there's the power of self-regulation. So the best way to de-escalate a meltdown is to start with ourselves. There was one time when my daughter was having a massive meltdown and I felt my own frustration bubbling up. Instead of snapping, I walked out of the room for 30 seconds, took a deep breath, and came back calmer. It wasn't perfect, but it kept me from making it worse. How do we actually co regulate when our nervous system's already maxed out? Here are some simple, actionable, ADHD friendly co regulation strategies. First, try pattern interrupts. Splash cold water on your face, shake your hands, or step away briefly to reset your system. Try body based calm downs. So sway, hum, deep breathe, or use a weighted blanket. Anything you can to ground and reset yourself. You can also try silent soothing. If words don't work, model calmness with your breathing, posture, and facial expressions. You can also try anchor phrases. So have a short phrase ready. I am safe. My child is safe. To keep yourself centered. If possible, implement tag team parenting. If you have a co parent or partner, trade off when you know that you're about to lose it. So think of this like a game of Mario Kart. When you hit an obstacle, you don't slam brakes, you adjust, and you keep going. Co regulation is the same. It's about small shifts, not perfection. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. And here is your reality check. You are not a bad mom if you get triggered. Your nervous system isn't failing, it's just getting overloaded. Co regulation starts with you. And when you regulate your emotions first, your child has a better chance of calming down. Grab my free Master Your Emotions guide. It is packed with simple steps to help you regulate in meltdown moments. And if you remember anything from this episode, remember this. You don't have to be perfect at co regulation, you just have to be intentional about it. So if this episode resonated, share it with a fellow ADHD mom who needs this reminder. And don't forget to grab your Master Your Emotions guide. The link is in the show notes. Just like the Lion King taught us, breathe and remember who you are. You've got this. And I'll talk to you again soon.